connecting to SQL Star Plus. And actually it is for Oracle. Every database software contain SQL, PLSQL or PSQL. In addition, Oracle provides one more component called SQL Star Plus. We call it like Oracle Console. So this is the place where we will submit our SQL commands or PLSQL programs. They are submitted here. Okay, na? Like how to connect to SQL means just go to start menu, and how to install the software. I have provided the things. Go to start menu and then you say run SQL command line. Run SQL command line. So once you have selected, it will show you an SQL prompt. And this is the prompt where we have to submit our SQL commands or PLSQL programs. SQL prompt. Then we will type a command called connect. Username followed by password. And if you type the command connect, it will ask you to enter the username and then developer నిద్రలేచాడు. పాప ఎన్ని ప్రాజెక్ట్లో ఎన్ని కథలో పాప ఎన్ని చేయాలి పాప. వెరీ బిజీగా. మన అదృష్టం ఇలాంటి వాళ్ళు మన గ్రూప్ లో ఉండడం అనేది. Otherwise, directly you can type connect username / password directly. So every database software, it will provide some admin accounts for us, admin users, or it will provide some default users for us, where in Oracle we have 2 admin users, system and sys. Okay, otherwise we'll say like default users. System and sys, they are for administration purpose, and it provides a user called HR, which contains some dummy data. So whenever you see Oracle related tutorials, they will, whatever the commands they will give on this data only, whatever the tables available in that HR account, on that table only they will provide there. So that's it. Like SQL Server, MS SQL, it is one more popular database, particularly for .NET. It's a Microsoft product. It provides 2 users. One is SA, second one is dot, just dot. During installation, they used to give the default password as 123. And here for Oracle, when we take, they will give the default password manager. But it is up to us. Even we can give attender also. And while installing the product, whatever the soft password you want, you can give. Otherwise, you can write it directly. And when we go to MySQL, so here it has a default user called root, where the password also they used to give as root. Like that, there are some default accounts available. Now here our requirement is creating our own user in Oracle. So I want to create my own username where I want to save all my data inside. And because you are working in your personal systems only, you can directly do everything in HR. But ala kaadu, I want to create my own account and all my data I want to save separately. Because HR also, it contains some built-in tables. I want to create my own account and maintain. Like how? First, connect to user system as below. Oracle commands, they are case insensitive, like HTML. You can type them either in uppercase or lowercase, it's your choice. But values are case sensitive. Commands case insensitive, values case sensitive. Ante like for example, I have stored some city name as Hyderabad in lower case. To access that data, I have to use lower case only. If I give uppercase, it won't work. No record selected. Values are case sensitive. So just I will connect to the user like connect system slash. By default, while installation, I have used manager as a password. System slash manager. Otherwise, whatever the password you have given, you can give there. అంటే why I'm giving like this because ఇప్పుడు suppose here like I can say connect username system password manager. I typed the password but it will not show echo card. So that's why whether I have typed correctly or not. Why confusion? So that's why directly you can say username slash password. If they are valid, you are connected. Otherwise, invalid account username or password, some error it will show. Now, once I have connected to the, because it is an admin account, from here we have to create users and everything. So now I want to create a new user like this. How to? Generally, while writing any syntax, whatever I write in capital letters, it is a keyword, reserved word. Lowercase, it is user defined. Like I will take something like create user, username identified by password. Like this I can give. And this is what the command. Create user, which user you want to create. Identified by give the password. Like for example, here I want to create some user here. Create user. To avoid confusion, I will use small letters only. VIT identified by version ID. This is what the command I will give. Here you can type a command any number of lines, but until semicolon is encountered, it is treated as a single command. Okay, semicolon indicates end of the command here. So just I will try to create a user here. What is the message? Username VIT conflicts with another user or role name. And already with that name, some user exists. Okay, what I will do, drop user. Okay, I need that user because I have. Oh, okay, no problem. I will drop the user VIT. VIT cascade. Cascading ante, if this user's data is accessed by some other user, dependencies will be there. When I say cascade means all the dependencies will be cancelled. Okay, now so like that we'll be using this command. ఇది కూడా ఆర్కిల్కి వెళ్ళి రావాలి ఏంటి? Okay, user dropped. Now I will submit the command create user VIT identified by version ID. So once the user has created, in order to connect to that user account and to access the user data, you have to acquire permissions. You have to acquire permissions. So acquire permissions to connect and access the user's data. Like how we can do it in two ways. One is grant connect comma resource to username. And I want to connect to my account and I want to access my resources. Like for example, I will say grant connect comma resource to VIT. Otherwise, I want to make my account as an admin account. And if I'm a normal user, I can access my data only. So I want to access the others' data also, like an admin. So for such a case, what you can do, you can connect like this. Grant connect comma DBA to username. DBA means now you are going to become an administrator. Like system and sys, you'll have the rights there to do everything. So grant connect comma resource to DBA. And we are not going to do big things here. That's why generally not required. But it is up to you. Grant succeeded. And permissions granted. Grant, what type of command it is? What type of command? DCL, data control language, to acquire permissions to access a database. Now what we can do? Now what we can do means connect to the connected to your account and start creating and managing tables. Connect. Okay, now, like for example, how I can connect? Just I'll say like connect VIT slash version ID. Suppose that I type in capital letters. Connect version ID. Invalid username or password, log on denied. You are no longer connected to Oracle. And a password I have given lowercase, but here I typed capital letters. To avoid that, what I can do? VIT slash version ID, create session privilege. మళ్ళీ ఎందుకు అది? Oh, grant connect comma resource to DBA. Not connected. When you move uppercase up arrow, you can see the previous comments. Down arrow, the next comments. Normal command like. Couldn't type చేసాం. That's it. Next, what I want to do here, like to see the list of existing users and who are the users already available. I want to see. I can use a command select username from DBA underscore users. So when we submit this command, it will show what are the list of users already available. Yesterday I told you, logically a table is divided into pages. That's what you can see, one page and the remaining data in the second page. Page size by default 14, it will be there. 14, it will be there like this. So that's what we did. And suppose you are working on different projects. And for each project, you have created a different user. And you are moving from one user to another. So which user you are currently, you forgot. So to know the user under whom we are currently logged in. So what we'll do? Select user from dual. This is what the command we have to type. So when we type this command, it will show which user you are currently logged in. I was in system. Now suppose I have connected to HR/manager. And if I say select user from dual, okay na? Suppose I have connected to what is that? My original account, VIT/version IT. That's it. Like that, you can start working with the tables like this. Okay, how to manage users like. And similarly, to drop an existing user. To drop an existing user, what we have to do? We have to type the command drop user username, optionally cascade. And generally, when we are using cascade means what happens is any dependencies are there, they will be removed. So drop user VIT cascade, something like this. Creating user, dropping the user, like that we can do. Next what? Now we are ready to work with tables. So before starting working with the tables, first let's try to design the table structure. And what tables you want to work with there. Let's try to design the table structure. In our programming, we'll be working mainly with three tables. Customer, account, and loan. Okay, na? But right now I am not using any constraints, no conditions. First I will practice normal comments. Once done, I will create tables with constraints. So, table name, column name, data type of size, and any constraints. And actually we don't define them, but we'll practice there. Later we'll make it compulsory. Okay. So first let's try to create a table called customer. This is the first table. I'll take the column cust ID. Number of 3. 3-digit number. Next I will take customer name. So where char to or char you can take. Just I will take 10 characters. Then I'll take the third one. It is customer city, where char of 10. That's the first table. Second table I will take is account. Columns, account ID, number of 3. Next account type, char of 2. And every banker, they will have some codes internally. Those codes we have to follow. They won't write like saving account, current account like that. SB, current account means CR. But jewelry loan, JL, like that they used to give. Such format we have to follow. Next, I'll take balance. So, number of 7, 2. Like this I'll take. So, this is the second table. The third table we will take is loan. Where we'll take the columns, loan ID. So, number of 3. Next, I'll take like loan type, char of 2. And then loan amount, some value will take. Now coming to constraints, I will try to enter customer numbers. Generally, we'll maintain some range to identify the records uniquely. ఇప్పుడు మీ కాలేజెస్లో చూడండి roll numbers. they will start with some series. And every digit will have some value. College code will be there. Your branch code will be there. Everything just like that. Customer name and city, they are not null. And they are non-empty values. Account table, I will practice like 201 to 299. It's not mandatory, but later we will compulsory. We'll make it compulsory. Next, I will maintain three type of accounts here. SB, saving account, current RD account, CR. RD means recurring account. What is recurring account? And it is something like a future savings account. Suppose monthly if you pay 2,500 for 40 months. So how much you will get? Bah, 8 lakhs. చూడండి మా బ్యాంక్ ఎక్కడో చెప్పండి. దాంట్లో వాడట్లా మీ అయ్యగారు ఎవరో చెప్పండి అయ్యా అని అట్లా యు టెల్ హూ ఇస్ దట్. సో ఇట్స్ 1 lakh. ఓకేనా? సో in the first month you will be paying 2,500. In the second month you will be paying some 2,490 something. In the next month 2,480 5 something like. That is what recurring. And finally you are going to pay around 80,000 or something, but they will give you 1 lakh there. So that's what we call recurring account. So that's what I will take here. And next I will make sure that the minimum balance in each account is 1,000. Then we'll take the loan details. Loan numbers I will take from 301 to 399. And I'll maintain three type of loans: educational, personal, agricultural. Loan amount, no limit. Only one thing is it should be a positive value, no minimum. అంటే ఇఫ్ యూ సే సార్ మినిమం 25,000 ఉండాలి కదా, మరి వాడు పే చేస్తున్నాడుగా అమౌంట్. వన్స్ ఈస్ పేయింగ్ ఇట్ షుడ్ బి డిడక్టెడ్ until it reaches 0. 0 means your loan is closed. So that's why. So just we will practice like this now, but later we will make it mandatory. Later we'll make it mandatory. Okay, na? Now, let's see our first command here, that is create table command. So what type of command it is? DML command. Very good. So this DDL command, it is in adaleskocharu kada. So it is used to create a new table. If we want to create a new table, we'll use the command called create. What is the syntax? First we'll see the simple syntax here. It is create table. For the table, give some name. Table is a collection of columns. So you will give column name, data type of size. How many columns you want? You can give them one by one. Close the main brackets. So using this, we'll create a table. Okay, currently which user I am? VIT, right? So now what I will do? Create table. Cheppandi. The first one. Okay. Cust ID. Number of 3. Next. Cust name. Where char 2 of. Where char 2 of 10. Next, cast city, where char 2 of 10, close the main brackets. So just submit here. Table created. And then once we press enter key, it will show the line numbers automatically. Suppose sometimes when you try to create a table, it can show some message like this. Name is already used by existing object. And the name with the table which we are trying to create, it already exists like that. Ma? Okay, very good. Next, second. Table. Next. Two. Hmm? Hmm. Okay, na? Now, loan ID. Next. Let me type, ma. Okay, na? Table create. So, like this, we have created plenty of tables here. Now, suppose I want to see the list of tables available under the current user. What are the tables available? I want to see. So, we use the command select star from tab. So when we submit this command, select star from tab, it will show the list of tables available under the current user. Okay, na? Whatever the tables available, it will show that. So the next command we can use here, it is describe. No need to write describe. First 4 letters is also enough. Describe. So what is the purpose? Huh? It is used to table column names. ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు? ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారో కాలమ్ నేమ్స్. So it is used to display the structure of an existing table. The structure of an existing table. That's what this command will use. What is the syntax of this command? I will write here. Describe table name. And which table information you want to see, you can specify. Like we can write like describe customer, account, describe. So which table information we want to see, we can type the table name here like this. What are the column names available? Data type and size. And the null ante, it will check whether it allows null values or not. If you cannot see anything here, means it allows null values. If it does not allow null values, then it will show not null like that. And if not null is not visible means it will allow null values. What is a null value means? It is an unknown or not applicable value. Okay now. So what's your Aadhaar number? Right now I don't know. I will keep it empty. So what's your reservation category? Reservations. SC, ST, OBC like that. So if you don't have anything, not applicable. It has such empty values. When it is not applicable or when I don't know the value, I will keep it null. That's what. Similarly, describe account and then describe node structure. Already you can see when you give a wrong table name, what message it will show. Object does not exist. So here just we have created tables only. Just we have created tables only. But what is a table? A table is nothing but collection of records. Now I want to add records into the table one by one. So how to? So we'll be using the command called insert command. What type of command it is? Insert what type of command it is? Huh? This DML command is used to add a new record into an existing table. So how we can use it? The syntax is like actually this command has different formats. We can use insert command in different styles. Let's see them like one by one. Syntax of format one. What is it? Insert into table name. So which columns you want to insert the data? Column list, values. We can specify the list of values here. So insert into which table you are trying to insert the data. In that table, which columns you are inserting the data. Using the keyword values, we'll specify the list of values. Like for example, I will say insert into first table customer. What are the columns? Cust ID, cust name, cust city. Values 100 series 101. So Suresh, మన ఫేవరెట్ స్టూడెంట్. ఈసారి నుంచి మనం మారుద్దాం. మన డెవలపర్ని పెడదాం ఫస్ట్ ఇది. సో cities Hyderabad and then like this. While inserting the data directly, if it is a numeric value, we will enter the value directly. String or date values, they are written in apostrophe, single quotes. Single quotes we have to write there. Just save, run. One row created. If at all there is any error in the syntax, it will show the error. Otherwise, it will show one row created. Next, 102. మర్చిపోతే ఎట్లా? At least we have to respect our state. One is a resident state, second one is a permanent state. So both we are given. Next. So like this, insert as many records. Hmm? Next, that is customer table.
Column list itself we have to capture, row list we can't share.
Row you are inserting, madam.
So there we are writing column list.
So which column, what value you are entering? Under cust ID 101. Under cust name Suresh. Revanji first name is Misbah. Okay. Insert into second. Into the account. Okay. Okay, my account, Sarna. Satisfied? Okay, next. Account type. Balance. Values. 200 series. SB. Okay, na? 20,000. 25. We can go 5,000 extra each. Enjoy. Go for party. So like this, I will insert one more record. 202. Current oka order lo bodam 27,500. So that's the second record. Like this, insert as many records as you can. Insert into loan. Loan ID. Loan type. Loan amount. Ade. Values. 301. Personal loan. And 10 rupees iddama. So give some meaningful. Okay. Loan money 10 rupees, 1,000 rupees.
10,000.
So that's one. Next is similarly. So 302. Agricultural. Manam personal, educational, agricultural. We can give ఇప్పుడు మన టేబుల్ కాబట్టి మనం ఏదైనా ఇద్దాం 75,000. సో we have inserted the data. ఇక్కడ మీరు చేయాల్సిన ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ ఏంటంటే ఇఫ్ వి గో బియాండ్ అక్కడ మనం 3 డిజిట్స్ ఇచ్చాం 3 డిజిట్స్ అంటే -990 ఎనీథింగ్ ఇఫ్ ఐ గివ్ 3G okay if I give like this more than the size what it will show అంటే ఎర్రర్ ఏమొస్తుందనేది తెలిస్తే జనరల్లీ వెన్ యు ఆర్ వర్కింగ్ విత్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఫైండ్ ఎనీ ఇష్యూ యూ కెన్ రిజాల్వ్ ఇట్ ఈజీ వాల్యూ లార్జర్ దాన్ ద స్పెసిఫైడ్ ప్రెసిషన్ allowed for this column like that it will show the error. So just in this way we are trying to insert the data. So whatever the data I have inserted, now I want to see that inserted data. So to see the records in the tables, we'll type a command star from table name. Select star from table name so that I will type select star from customer account loan. Okay, na? So customer, then account, then loan. So this is format 1. Okay, na? How to insert this format 1. But when we have to use this format, అసలు ఈ ఫార్మాట్ మనం ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేయాలి? Yep. So what we can say is, this format is used when we want to insert values for selected columns of a table or values for columns in random order. అంటే while inserting records into the table, I don't want to insert values for all columns. I want to insert values for only a specific set of columns. Then I can use. అంటే why you are not entering values for all columns? అలాంటి situations కూడా ఉంటాయా? So you will be entering values for selected columns only. Generally, table means you have to enter value for all columns, right? So in which case you will be entering values for only selected columns. Hmm? We can use this format when we want to insert values for selected columns only, not for all columns. And in which case we go for entering values for selected columns only. Like for example, see it. Suppose there is a table called student result. While entering the values, we have roll number, name, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, like that. Then we have total, average, and result. While entering values for these columns, which columns will enter the values? Roll number, name, marks, total, average, result. మరి మిగతా ఇంకెందుకు క్రియేట్ చేయడం?
By them, value you get by them.
అంటే అదే తెచ్చుకుంటుందా? కమాన్ కమాన్ అని.
Perform some operations on them, sir.
విచ్ వన్?
Marks. We should get total. If we get total, by then we can get the average.
So why you are not entering values for these columns? We'll enter values for roll number, name, and marks only, but not for total, average, and result. Why?
It is dependent, sir. Dependent on the marks.
ఏమంటాం? The value of an attribute whose value is calculated from another. ER diagram. Dashed ellipse. Derived attribute. So we call it derived attribute. So we don't enter values for them. Total is calculated as sum of the subject marks. Average calculated by total by number of subjects. Results calculated based on the marks obtained. So that's why we call them derived attributes. So I want to enter values for selected columns only. There will be using this format. Like for example, I will take something like insert into customer values 103. Okay, customer, which columns you are entering the data? Cust ID, cust city only I will enter. 103, Nellore. Like this I'll give. And I want to insert values for selected columns only. Then we can use this. So that select star from customer. And a cust name is null here. Cust name is null. Otherwise, actually this format we don't use. ఎందుకంటే I want to insert values in my own order. ఎందుకు ఆర్డర్ ఉన్నప్పుడు మళ్ళీ నాకు నచ్చిన ఆర్డర్. Like for example, I want to enter first value for customer city, and then for customer name, and then for customer ID. ఎవరు అడిగారు? Huh? Is it useful? So first I will enter for Hyderabad, and then I will enter like Ganesh, and then 104. So I want to insert the data in my own order, then I can use this format. And even if you change the format, the data are stored correctly. ఎందుకని? Because we are telling there, first value for customer city, second value for name, third value for ID. So because we are giving the order, according to that order, it will insert the data. But generally we don't use this, but that is also one way why we have to use a format. So inserting records into the table, this is the first format. Now, what is the second format? Now see here, syntax of format 2. It will be something like insert into table name, values, will specify the list of values here. So is there any difference format 1 and format 2? So we are not giving column list. And we are not giving column list. And when we have to use this format? When there are no values. Bah. మీరు చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి ఇంతేనా లేకపోతే after coming to Hyderabad or after joining BTech with them? Okay. చెప్పండి, guess చేయండి when we have to use this format. So we are not giving column list. We are not giving column list means this format is used when we want to insert values for all columns of the table and in the same order they exist. అంటే table లో column order and whatever the order we are giving the values, they must be same. So these two formats, every database software will support. Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, SQLite, any database software, they are same. So insert into customer values. Here we have to remember the column list. First one is what? Customer ID. Second one is what? Customer name. Third one is what? Customer city. Like that, you have to enter the data. Okay, na? So if we want to execute the queries effectively, make sure that under each table, minimum 12 to 15 records are there. And how the more the number of records, we can execute the queries effectively. Similarly, insert into second table, account. Okay, account. Values. Up to what we have given? 103 na? 103 అనేది నెల్లూరు చెన్నై బస్ నెంబర్ అది. 103, 103, 203. Next, RD account. Emma, 203 already given. Okay. Done. Next, third one. Insert into. Tomorrow onwards, while coming to class, you bring some bread or bun or something. So I'll keep here. We can have hot bread. So insert into loan values.
That is ID 303.
303. Up to 302 we have given. Previously agricultural given, personal given, educational. 1,50,000. It is only 5-digit number we have given. 7,2. And the maximum number is 99,999.99 bata rate. So just I will give some value, 75,000. So just insert the data. So in this way, insert as many records as you can. So once the records were inserted, so just say select star from table name to check whether the records inserted or not. We can do like this. And if we want to terminate, don't close it directly. మీరు డైరెక్ట్ క్లోజ్ చేస్తే they are not committed. Save call. Okay, so if you want to close, type the command exit, then only will be terminated.
ID same numbers, that 102, but different we give ID name, different it will come, sir. Account name and all different, only ID one same work all the. It already exists.
Multiple records having the same ID. If you give by mistake, but here it will work. But in real time, we don't give like this. That's why there we are using primary key constraint. So primary key, why we are using constraints? Because even if we give invalid data, the system will alert. You committed something wrong. Please check again. సర్దేస్తున్నారు అదే సినిమా క్లైమాక్స్ లో ఉండగానే వెళ్ళిపోతుంటారు. లైక్ చూసారా, కొంతమంది ఉంటారు పాట వచ్చిందంటే వెళ్ళిపోతుంటారు. ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు సర్దేద్దామా అని కూర్చోవడం చెప్తే ఆయన క్వశ్చన్ అడిగాడు, దానికి ఏంటి ఆన్సర్ నేనే చెప్పాలనుందా, మీరు చెప్పచ్చుగా. ఇది మన పని కాదులే, సర్దే ఇంకా అన్ని తీసి తోసేయండి. వీళ్ళంటే పక్కన వాళ్ళ పుస్తకాలు కూడా పెట్టేసుకుని బ్యాగ్ లో. సో అది ప్రైమరీ కీ కండిషన్. ఇఫ్ వి యూస్ దెన్ ఇట్ విల్ అప్లై, అదర్వైజ్ ఇట్ విల్ నాట్. మనం కండిషన్ ఇచ్చామనుకోండి, అప్పుడు డెఫినెట్లీ ఇఫ్ వి ఎర్రర్ సేమ్ డేటా అగైన్ ఇట్ విల్ షో ఎర్రర్. అది నేను చూపిస్తాను హౌ టు అనేది కూడా. అర్థకోండి, ఎందుకు పాపం కష్టం.